Thank you, Lascan Corla.
Could you also move your motion, please?
Yes, I so move. First of all, can I thank Deputy Connolly for her comprehensive and eminently reasonable motion on the provision of adequate respite care services. This motion lays bare the cruel situation in which many family carers find themselves, and it asks that an adequate and sustainable service is put in place. And it also very reasonably asks that all respite beds closed as a result of COVID be reinstated. This, Minister, is what we call living with COVID. It's completely unacceptable that this hasn't happened. Unless you are a carer, unless you have responsibility 24/7 or even part-time, unless it's your day-to-day reality, most of us cannot comprehend the beyond urgent need for respite services so that family carers can have a weekend off, that a family can be an ordinary family, that they can sit down for a few hours undisturbed, watch television, go to a football match, go to the cinema. Carers are suffering burnout. Family life is partly or completely disrupted and lives are put on hold. Minister, because of the shortage of respite services, we are firefighting. What's happening is that the most urgent case takes precedence over the extremely urgent, and that takes precedence over the very urgent. You and I, Minister, are well aware of a situation in South Leitrim where there are no respite beds. I know of a family had 8 days respite per month for a young person with very special needs. Overnight, they were told, gone, because a more urgent case had come on board. And it was simply gone. Now, I know Minister Rabbit is doing her best with it, and fair dues, she came to Carrick. But the question is, why did this happen in the first place? And people are still waiting and asking, why is it taking so long? A final point I want to raise, Minister, which is a major problem in the care services. You and I know carers travel from one home to another for a half an hour here, a half an hour there. Could be 10 kilometres, 15 kilometres, one way or the other, and they get no payment for travel. Now, at the best of times, that's unacceptable, but with the huge increase in the cost of petrol and diesel, how are carers supposed to travel at their own expense when they earn approximately 12, 13 euro an hour? I have another 30 seconds, thanks. I've had carers contact me thinking of giving up work because it costs them so much money, not to go to work, not to go home, but to actually work. The acute shortage of carers would lead to a collapse of the system. So, Minister, I'm asking you to act on those two things: travel costs paid to carers and the delivery of an adequate respite service for family carers.